Friday prayer is different than Dhuhr prayer, as we said before. Unfortunately, a lot of the people think that this is exactly Dhuhr prayer. So they tend to pray 4 rak'ah of Sunnah before Friday and 2 rak'ah afterwards, thinking that this is the same format as Dhuhr, which is not true. The Jummah has no prescribed Sunnah before it, like Dhuhr. And when we say prescribed, meaning that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not pray anything before Dhuhr. That is, before Jummah. But he prayed 4 rak'ahs before Dhuhr. And having said that, Friday prayer, though it does not have any prescribed prayer before it, yet one can pray as many rak'ahs as he wishes before the Friday. So he could pray 2, he could pray 4, he could pray 10, he could pray 20, and no matter how many he prays, this is not prescribed. It's an open, general time of prayer which is recommended, because the Prophet ﷺ had recommended it but did not prescribe it or a particular number for it. Now, praying afterwards is a different story, because the Prophet ﷺ used to pray after a Friday prayer 4 rak'ahs, in another narration 2 rak'ahs. So which one should we do? Ibn Taymiyyah said to combine between the ahadith supporting this, we understand that if the prayer of Sunnah after Friday was to be done in the masjid, the Sunnah is to pray 4 rak'ah. But if you concluded your Friday prayer and did not pray anything in the masjid and went home, then only pray 2 rak'ahs, because this is what the Prophet used to do, sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. The format of Friday prayer, as stated before, is that you pray 2 rak'ahs and you pray them loudly, because this is what the Prophet had done, and this, alayhi salam, and this is the consensus of scholars. Also, it is sunnah to recite in the first rak'ah after the Fatiha with Surah Al-Munafiqun, Surah Al-Jumu'ah, that is, and in the second rak'ah, Surah Al-Munafiqun. Or, as many of the masjids do, part of the sunnah as well, to recite by Surah Al-A'la in the first rak'ah and Surah Al-Ghashiyah in the second rak'ah as well. Now, we know that congregational prayer, if you attain 1 rak'ah, you've attained the full congregation, the reward. But if you miss the last rak'ah, you've missed the congregation. Likewise with Jumu'ah. If you offered 2 rak'ahs, you've attained Jumu'ah. If you missed 1 rak'ah, but attained the second rak'ah with the Imam, you've attained the Jumu'ah. If you missed the second rak'ah, so if you came late and the Imam was in the ruku' position of the second rak'ah, and he said, Sami Allahu liman hamidah, and then you joined him, you have missed the Friday prayer. Which means, when the Imam offers salam, you stand up and you pray 4 rak'ah of Dhuhr, not 2 rak'ahs of Jumu'ah, because you've missed the chance to pray Jumu'ah with the Imam.